So we have something coming this afternoon at 3 p.m. that everybody needs to be aware and prepared for. We don't know what is going to be said, what will be discussed, but it's something that will likely cause a little bit of stir in the crypto market, a little bit of volatility. And it's a question of obviously what direction are we going to head? And I have to say that in watching what money is doing in preparation for this, it may actually be a sign of what is to come. And I want to talk about that in this video with you guys. Do also want to talk about a few other small things here as well. So if you are new or haven't already, show your support for the channel down below. Hit that subscribe button, that bell, it's free to do. It'll keep you updated anytime there's new content live here on the channel. So first of all, this cycle has turned very much into the cycle of us when we were younger. And what do I mean by that? So do you remember going on trips with your parents, sitting in the back seat and asking, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? That's really what this cycle has become. Are we at adoption yet? Are we at up only season yet? What's coming next, right? When are we going to get to the fun times in the market? And one thing I want to remind everybody of is it doesn't take very long for us to see explosive gains in the crypto market. We spend a lot of time consolidating in the markets, and a lot of these rips are in a very short period of time. For example, the last rip that we went on here when ADA truly took off back on July 8th, we actually ran 62% over the course of 13 days, 14 days. If we take a look back here in November of 2024, ADA did a 300% move over the course of 28 days. If we take a look back here, a lot of these aggressive up and to the right parabolic movements took place in a very short period of time. And people tend to get burned out because we sit through such long periods of consolidation. It kind of is what it is. That's what crypto is like right now. We're in a market in its infancy. When FOMO kicks in and people chase and you get liquidations, the price tends to move pretty quickly. And that's all about coming back down and finding where demand lies. And we're at a point where now the market is showing you there's pretty significant demand in these ranges. Obviously, volume is remaining high. We're setting good floors. Hopefully we continue to hold these floors, but we're kind of waiting just for that next little oomph in the crypto market. What is that going to be? Well, we actually do have something coming this afternoon that could cause some of this volatility in the market. So Trump is apparently set to make a major announcement at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in Washington. And I know everybody hates when these things pop up on Twitter, saying that there's an announcement that's going to be coming. Again, we don't know what it's going to be, but it definitely causes a bit of a stir in the crypto market. But what I thought was very interesting was the movement before this took place. In fact, what we saw was the insider Bitcoin whale has now fully closed their short position. This took place this morning at 3:03 a.m. Central Standard Time. Right now it's 6:58 Central Standard Time. So they're closing their positions before any announcements are made. Now, this is something that we'll have to watch very closely and see if there are any movements that take place closer to that time. Do they open maybe a big long position? Do they open up a short once again? Again, a lot. This is it's flowing, right? It's fluid. So, but I thought this was very interesting that those who had been betting heavily against the market are in fact closing short positions. We've seen this throughout the crypto market, right? Open interest has been played with less and less. Even when we look at something like ADA, obviously we've done a lot of wiping out shorts, wiping out longs. There are some short positions just above here, but they haven't filled in a major way. And if you guys remember, how many days ago did we do that video? We're talking about who is driving open interest in the market right now when it's retail money. Well, we haven't really seen those big whales reopen up positions, and maybe this is a moment where those start to take place. But I have to say that watching what capital is doing during this time has been very telling. Again, not just because of this insider or the quote unquote insider that's been opening up these positions right before announcements take place, but it's also interesting tracking the movement of stables in the market. We've seen major liquidity injections take place over these last several weeks that I think a lot of people tend to gloss over. So you see a lot of capital moving into the market, buying up positions, positioned on the sideline as well in preparation for further potential dips. But the money is telling us that it wants to accumulate. And if the money wants to accumulate, that means obviously the price wants to go higher. I'm again not saying that's going to happen today, tomorrow, the next day, or anything like that. Nobody's got a crystal ball. Nobody knows where things are headed for sure. But could this in fact be a sign of what is going to come next? And that's the question that I'll leave you with. So I appreciate you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm hoping for a little bit of calm maybe a little bit of pump off of this, but is this the next big thing to send the market higher? Will this finally get us out of this funk? Will this get us out of this area of uncertainty that we've been stuck in for so long? We're still in this fearful range right now, and it seems like everybody's just kind of tiptoeing on eggshells. Nobody wants to be wrong, or yeah, that's kind of where we're at. So I appreciate you. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts below, but have a great day. Catch you guys in the next one. Take care.